I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Dielle.
Makes sense.
All right, welcome back to our next episode. We are officially on episode 444. And what we got for y'all today? What we got?
So today's episode is Gen Z versus dating apps.
Ooh. Now, dating apps. We have a plethora of them today. If you've been chronically online, I'm sure you've heard of Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, the OG, whatever, Tammy. If you go to the app store right now, you'll see so many apps, man, it don't make no sense. And in my mind, I'm like, why do we need so many dating apps? You got the same folks on each app.
Yeah, you gotta think, like, dating apps are generally pretty new. Like, our parents didn't even have dating apps.
Oh, some of our parents did. They had that ChristianMingle.com and they had that other stuff on that original website. I can't even remember what it was right now, but I'm sure some of y'all know. I might
FarmersOnly.com.
No, girl, bye. I'm probably going to insert the name right here so y'all can know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
Yeah, I feel like still, even with that being there, like back then, they're still like pretty new, like as a concept, as an idea. Yeah. Because if you think about it, how did people traditionally date before dating apps and dating websites, which came when the internet came, which the internet's only been around since like what?
Not 90s? That long. Well, actually, I think it's been around longer than that, but it started becoming popular around the
90s and the 2000s, right? So our generation has been pushed towards finding love and all this other stuff online. Exactly. So that's why we're gonna touch on that topic today, because maybe we don't like that shit. Period. And you know how we don't like it? Because I actually seen a post online. Tinder is going out of business because people are not using this shit anymore.
What you mean they're not using Tinder? That's because everybody on Grindr. That's why.
Well, the problem is facts, especially your man. But the problem is, our generation has kind of like picked up on the fact that they're not really working, because to us, a dating app working is us being able to get on there and find a significant other. The dating app's actual function is for you to get on there and never get your ass off. So the motherfucker's working. It's just not working for the motherfuckers using it.
Yeah, because guess what? It's working exactly just like how we was talking about the government working exactly how it's supposed to. This app is working just fine, because if a product is not, if an app or a website is not selling a product to you, they selling you as the product. So you're being sold. You and all these other folks on the dating app are literally being used to make them money. So if y'all stop swiping, there ain't gonna be no Tinder. And you notice after they finally get some consistent clientele, and they start asking for money, like they be like, subscribe to the diamond subscription, platinum subscription, or gold if you want to see all the people that's liked you, swiped on you. And mind you, by the time you even did that, you got a whole bunch of duplicate pages, a whole bunch of pages you would have never looked at before. It's like there's no real way to actually, I guess, create boundaries and what's the word? Put in the settings that you're actually looking for, either because they don't have it or because the people that you want is not on the app.
All right. They're not on there. And motherfuckers that are on there are probably always on there, which is how it turns into hookup culture. That's what the problem is. Like, once you're on there and the app gets you to stay on there, because the app doesn't function as it's supposed to. It functions as a regular social media app, just like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. It functions just like those. So with that being said, our generation is seeing that this is happening, is seeing that it's fueling a culture that we don't really want. A lot of us want kids. A lot of us want marriage. We want real relationship. We want real connection. And a lot of people are having a hard time figuring out how to do that, especially with dating apps being around since we were in literal middle school, high school. Like, they just even always elementary. Been there.
I ain't gonna lie, I remember being a youngin' when they came out with that first website.
Yeah, elementary. Yeah, it's bad, and
can't remember the name for my life, but y'all gonna see it. It's
even
right
shit
here.
Like Kick. Ooh, Kick, Monkey. It was something called Monkey, right?
I remember that. They still got that.
Monkey. I mean,
but
all types of shit. They all function the same way. Just trying to get us connected to people that we're not actually supposed to be connecting to. So as our generation is getting older, we see that there's a problem with this. So again, the whole point of us telling you this is because it's an opportunity to make sense.
Yeah, man. If it don't make sense, it don't make money. It don't make money, it don't make sense. Okay?
You know what I'm saying?
But I was just gonna say that the dating apps are perpetuating the hookup culture, which is something that, sure, some people might be interested in, or at least they say they are until they start hooking up too much. They're like, yo, I don't like this. And then it'd be a bunch of creepy weirdos on these apps that are just trying to get some.
I mean, personally, I see the motherfuckers in real life too, but you know.
That's true, but I'm saying they be concentrated in the app because it's like sometimes they have a harder time finding people in real life. And so they just all be in there in that corner. But also, it's not good to just be hooking up like this. You can ask anybody that had a past of being a hoe. It's really hard to connect emotionally if that's what you want with somebody after you've been hopping around with everybody. Because sex is like, it's sacred, it's a bond, it's an emotional, spiritual bond between people. And when you start doing that too much with too many people, it just kind of like scrambles up your brain and you just, it's not good for like a long term. Like if you're looking for long term love in a relationship, it's gonna be some shit you're gonna have to recover from at the doctor's office.
I mean, I really just think it depends on the person. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do support it. Like, if that's what you want to do, only because like women have been suppressed for so long to think that they can't do what men do, and
but I'm saying the men be the ones fucked up after they fucking all these people. They be fucking, and then it's crazy because a lot of these folks be doing it for the connection, but then they just continuously make it worse and worse because they're not connecting with these people. They just physical, and that's it. Like,
yeah, I think that's what we're trying to get at. We're trying to get to a point to where we create spaces to where you have the opportunity to truly connect if you want to, but you also have the opportunity to hook up if you want to, but at least you're doing it in a more authentic way, in a way to where you can actually see the person in front of you, and then y'all both can decide what it is that y'all want to do. You just can't have that mutual respect and mutual connection if the person is on the other side of a screen. So I mean, I feel like we should be free to do whatever we want to do, but if you're gonna do it in a way to where you're finding your people and you're not just swiping, because you're not gonna find your people just that
more
way.
Mindless scrolling.
Yeah,
and they still selling your ass.
So I mean, do what you want to do, but at least do it in a way to where you know the other person is fucking with it too, and you don't have to get, you don't have to worry about ghosting, all the other stuff. Shit, if y'all not connecting in person, you could just say you don't even gotta give them your number. You don't even got to give them your number. There's no reason to ghost. It could be a more, I feel like it could be a more respectable process. Exactly. Yeah. Like when you meet people, it could just be, we don't have to ghost each other. I feel like that's kind of a form of being mean or bullying to a certain point. Especially some people weaponize ghosting, is what I'm trying to say. So if you just meet more people in real life, it's a lot harder for somebody to weaponize ghosting and they're like standing right in front of your face. Usually you can maybe look at somebody and tell that they're not fucking with you like that, or they'll just come out and say it. It depends, but I think it's a lot easier on our psychology and our emotions and stuff if we just fuck with each other in real life, and then we can decide right then and there, do you want to do this? Are we fucking with this? It'd be easier because you just can't do that on an app. It's just impossible because you can't see the person.
And then, mind you, a lot of people in the apps, at least in my experience, folks, like when you match, they may or may not text you. So if they don't text you, you gotta text them if you really want to talk, and then they may or may not text you back. It might be dry.
There's too many options.
It's so many anomalies, bro. Like, all we gotta do is go back outside, like how in the olden days, like how your grandma and granddaddy met. Like, don't you wanna? I mean, I'm sure it's somebody out there that's like a romantic, and I'm sure you want like a fairy tale love story, and you and I gonna find it on Tinder, baby. I don't care how many times. I don't give a shit how many niggas on there that you think is gonna wine down you. You really want to be like, yeah, I met your mother swiping through an app, and then after that, she texted me and she was like, you trying to fuck? let's go out to dinner, baby. Like, I mean, I don't know. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But just remember, they selling your ass.
And really the whole point of us talking about this again is so that when these apps do fail and they fall and they get taken off the app store because they're just not making money anymore, we're still gonna want to date each other. We're still gonna want to hook up. We're still gonna want to go out on dates and stuff. So with that being said, we're trying to let you know that this is an opportunity for you to create businesses, systems, spaces to where people can come and date each other
in real life.
And of course, again, if you want help doing this and you want help getting it off the ground, you already know what to do. Click the link in the bio, because that is what we do. That is what we do.
Yep.
So don't ignore the signs of things that our generation doesn't like, including slowing down with, like, we're seeing a slowdown with smoking and drinking excessively. Our generation still likes to turn up, but we're just getting to a point to where we don't want it to become like bad habits. We don't want to do it every day. A lot of us just kind of want it to be at a pace to where we're comfortable without getting to like that addict, side of the radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to do it to a point where it's not too much. So, again, this is all opportunities for alternatives to come into place. And the alternatives would be to get in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Real human connection is the thing that we lacking.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep getting deeper and deeper on this, but you're going to start to understand how the link between human connection and well-being are very connected. Yeah. Everything's connected, but you'll understand that as we talk more.
Yeah, we'll actually help you like form the connections, and then also see how you can turn the connection into an opportunity instead of looking at it as a downfall. Because that's what our generation loves to do. They love to look at something and be like, oh no, oh no, oh no, like let's do something about it.
I'm gonna have some Don Julio.
Do something about it. That's another thing too. The people that really want to stop smoking and drinking so much, these are people that are isolated. Yeah. So that's why they're smoking and drinking, because they don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have shit to do and nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That is a problem that can easily be solved.
Yeah.
And if you want to help solve that problem, click the link below. Okay.
And it's crazy because, like, sometimes these vices that people have, such as smoking and drinking, like you said, it's because they're lonely.
Yeah, they're isolated.
Literally just basically just want some kind of outlet to release to. And it's like, sometimes it makes it more comfortable to be alone with yourself. But also at the same time, I was going to say, sometimes it's just a mindless habit that people are doing.
Yeah.
Not even to like mask anything or not even to feel better. It's just like, at this point, I've been doing it so long, I might as well just keep time for my morning smoke. I can't eat without a blunt, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or this chicken don't taste right without a shot of Dawn, like. And that's when we start entering it's kind of like a fine line of partying and then being an alcoholic. And I feel like that's when we start to enter that next realm. Like,
we're trying to keep it from getting to that addiction stage. That's basically what it is, because we can still indulge. But
as long as you know that you don't need it to survive, like, you could cut that shit off at any moment. Like, if they run out of Dawn at the store right now, you'll be fine.
Yeah. But we're also very realistic Gen Zers. Like, we understand when you want people to stop something, you have to give them something to replace that thing with, or it just won't work. Like, there has to be alternatives in place if you want people to stop getting on dating apps, if you want people to stop
whatever.
Prioritizing hookup culture. Like, if you want somebody to stop doing something, you have to give them something to replace that thing, or it just won't work. Like, that's basic human psychology. Yeah.
Unless, of course, you have a very strong willpower, but that's not everybody, and that's all right.
Yeah.
You got to meet yourself where you are, and that's all right.
Because we're very much aware that we're in a convenience type of generation. Like,
y'all ain't trying to give it up. I know.
Our whole generation is built off of convenience. Nigga, you hungry? Click. It's some food at the door. Nigga, you trying to click, it's a bitch at the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too easy. Yeah. So I think that's another problem, is that shit is just way too easy. Like, our generation needs a challenge. Like, we need to work. We need to, like, you know, actually go and get it. And when you go and get something that you want, whether that's a person or a thing or whatever, it just so gives you like, like you really get a rush.
Like, damn, I just did that. I can do it again. That's how you build your confidence.
Yeah, facts.
One more thing along the lines of like our life being so convenient. It just literally gets more and more and more convenient over time.
Yeah, it's like fuck. Like last we used to be hunters and gatherers,
bitch. Last night I was watching a video and I was like, damn, niggas are lazy as fuck. And I was literally looking at the Lake Lanier video, bro.
Oh hell no! She keeps trying to get me to watch that shit, y'all.
Beside the point. This is staged back in like the early 1900s, 1910, 1912. So you know. Like, a lot of places still barely had, like, running water and shit like that. And so you still had to go outside, go get you some water, bring it back to the house, do whatever you, like, whatever you need water for. You got a bathroom.
It was fucked up.
And it's like, I was thinking, like, damn, somebody eventually was like, let's make running water so that niggas all the way over here don't have to keep coming all the way back and forth and back and forth.
Facts.
And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I guess on one hand, it does make it more convenient, but on the other hand, it's like, it just makes it so that people rely on their own skills and talents less and less.
It's like they don't want you to do shit, nigga. You ain't even got to get out of bed if you don't want to.
Literally.
That's not good.
Have you seen my 600-pound wife? Like, it's literally good, people that cannot move, bro. And it's not even as detrimental as it probably should be, because all they got to do is pick up the box, scroll, tap the screen. Baby, all they need is right there. Their prescriptions right there. They can get the shit delivered, whatever.
And people are always talking about some, their husband is enabling them. When that motherfucker leave, you don't need a husband. You don't need a wife. All you need is your phone. Like, you don't need nobody.
That's true. Everybody's enabling themselves.
Yeah. Because they literally made it to where you don't need nobody. Yeah. You don't need a boyfriend for real. It's niggas on the click.
Girl, you got the AI boyfriends now. You got ChatGPT where you can simulate a whole entire conversation.
They want y'all to think y'all don't need nobody, which we all know is a lie. We all know that's a lie, right? You know that, right?
Y'all gonna figure that.
You know that.
Everybody figure that in their own time.
Baby, people without people, like our generations wouldn't have even gotten this far without each other. Like, and if you think about any major event that's ever happened in the world, it's because people gathered together and made some shit happen. But they don't want you to gather. They don't want you to get together. Separation. So they made shit so...
It's the illusion.
Man, this shit is crazy, y'all. But that's why we talking about it. Because, I mean, the more you're aware of it, the more you can decide, like, okay, now what? And we're going to tell you now what.
Yeah. If you want some of these big brain ideas, all you got to do.
Because at the end of the day, we're not just content creators. We're creators. Like, we build, we're builders. Like, we're just regular creators and we're builders. But we create this so that you can come create with us. Yeah. Because most likely, if you're watching this video, you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself. You want to help. You want to make money. You want to tackle problems. You want to do something. In a generation that don't want you to get out the bed, you want to do something.
And kudos to you.
Right.
Because they try so hard to keep you in that bed.
They trying to keep you in there.
The fact that you have the mere willpower to say fuck all that, you should be proud of yourself. Matter of fact, go give yourself a pat on the back.
We sure do. Mm-hmm. We sure do.
And I'll clap it up for you as soon as I meet you, baby. I'm gonna be like, you did it. You did it.
I'm telling you. That's what we're here for, y'all. That's what we're here for. Like, we create, we build with our hands. And again, this is not no get rich quick, nothing. We're doing this for long term. We're doing this for other people.
We're trying to change the world.
Yeah. And we're not even trying. We're just doing it. We're just doing it.
We're in the process right now.
They did not want us up out that bed. I'm telling you, like, they almost had us.
Almost had us. Well, almost didn't get up out of it today.
They almost had us. Right. You had to drag each other out of bed. So I'm telling you, like.
And that's why, you see, another reason why people
That's why you need other people. Exactly. Because when your energy is fucked or your energy is low, you can always borrow some from somebody that cares about you, and when they need you, they can borrow something. And just a little bit of energy can change like your whole day. All you need is just like that little pick me up, and you just can't get that through a screen. You can't get it in here.
It's false. They give you that like false dopamine hit, but the thing is, it's so like temporary that you keep having to go back for it. That's why a lot of your attention spans are short as fuck now, because it's like they keep giving you all these quick tidbits of information. Your brain don't really got time to process what the fuck you just heard. Yeah, and you just right on to the next thing or another boost of dopamine, maybe. So
and when you're scrolling, like, your brain isn't scrolling for no reason. Your brain is scrolling because it wants to do something. It's bored as fuck, and it wants to do something, anything. Just give it something, and that's why you're scrolling and you're laughing and you're hee hee ha ha, and you're thinking like, oh yeah, I'm pleasuring my brain. You're really not, but your brain is just happy that you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? It's just grateful to have something. But instead of that, we create alternatives to fuck with your brain. You know what I'm saying? Cause
shit that's gonna strengthen it. Cause you know it's a muscle also. Facts. And if you don't use it, it will atrophy. AKA, it will, just become weak.
Disappear on your ass. Yeah.
So if you want to be one of those 100-year-olds with a sharp mind and a sharp body, you got to start today, baby.
Today, because they trying to take us out on me.
If they do, the ones that they do, like the ones that allow themselves to fall in the trap. Right, I'm telling you right now, when they if they make it to 100, their brain gonna be a bowl of mashed potatoes.
Fucked up. But it doesn't have to be like that. It don't have to be like that. We have a chance. We have a president that's literally destroying everything, and this is our chance to like jump on the ashes type shit and make some shit shake. This is our chance. Like, there's nothing bad about what's going on. Like, it might look bad, trust me, but just chill and hop on this train and get your shit together while everybody else panicking. That's all I got to say. Like, you can panic with them, or you come get it together with us. What you gonna do?
Exactly. It's up to you, buddy. Because it's like it's gonna go down regardless of what you choose.
It's going down, but we ain't going with it. I will tell you right now.
I ain't on no sinking shit, baby. So,
anything else you want to bring up?
Nah, that's about it. That was pretty good.
That's pretty much it. Y'all get the gist.
Yeah, you already know. We're going to keep talking your head off. So
yeah, we have plenty to say, but I think you understand.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you so much for joining us for our 4th episode today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we are out.
See y'all later.